Jenna Pinkstone here, signing on. I felt the need to discuss the importance of a certain vision that I've been having during meditation that I feel is incredibly relevant in our next stage of ascension. And that is the image of concentric circles. Concentric circles radiating outward from an epicenter of self. Each one of us is at the very center of these concentric circles. So I want you to imagine and I want you to picture stones on a beach. I want you to imagine the most incredible and swirling with color stone of a smoothness and a vitriosity that resonates deeply within you. Perhaps it is that of a sapphire, perhaps it is a diamond with many facets. Each one of us is going to have a different stone of resonancy that we feel within our heart whenever we access that. And I'm imploring you to find that stone within yourself for this exercise. So I want you to place that stone within your heart space. And I want you to envision it radiating outwards because, anyone who connects with crystals knows that there is a frequency emitted from any kind of crystal, mineral, rock, or element of the earth. And that is what it is that, we are tapping into, that we're resonating with. That is why some stones are going to be better for grounding us in our, within the elements of the earth, that we might need to find our placement, find our footing within again. And others are going to be better suited and situated for us to ascend to great heights of awareness and to incredible levels of understanding and wisdom that we might not be able to access as easily without such tools that are simply emitting a frequency that we're able to sync up with. Does this make sense? Okay. I know that it does to those who that this message is intended for. So imagine this stone, your stone, whatever color, whatever smoothness, however heavy or light or porous it might be. Just find your stone. This is difficult for many of us, right? It's akin to finding our life purpose that I know a lot of us are seeking right now. But you already know what it is. You already know what your stone is. Stop thinking so hard. Stop trying so determinedly to find that which is already within yourself. All you need do is let go of all of those attempts. Is simply stop grasping so hard and return to your breath. That's all meditation is. In returning to your breath, returning to the awareness of the present moment, it's simply returning to the frequency that is you. It's really all of us, but we all have our own special, unique frequency within the frequency that is the creative spirit itself, the collective consciousness. Finding your frequency simply means letting go of all of the other shrouds that you use to cover that up and simply start showing your true face in this world. So once you find your stone and you know who you are and you begin emitting that frequency, that self, that trueness that you are synced up to once more, that's when the concentric circles can begin. And I first want you to imagine them as ripples. I want you to imagine them as ripples of frequency radiating outwards from your stone, okay? So, after we're able to see these ripples within ourself radiating outward from our stone, I imagine it on a beach, okay? You can imagine these stones, your stone, placed anywhere that works for you, okay? However, on my beach, after these ripples have kind of radiated outwards from me, from my stone of self, this is when we can start visualizing the concentric circles of other stones, other individuals in our lives. Now, these individuals, they, most of them are probably going to be human beings that are in our lives. That, they don't necessarily have to be, though. They can be spirit guides. They can be extraterrestrial beings that you connect with while sleeping, while meditating. They can be your guides that you've had since a child and you've always known they were there. And other people might think you're nuts, but you know what you know, and you know who you're connecting with. And if you search deep within yourself, you're going to know who is actually there, radiating in a way that only supports and stimulates you. Because we've all experienced, right, the other kind of individuals in our lives who don't do that for us, who suck the energy from us, who only serve to bring us down, who take every opportunity that they can to diminish the worth and the value that we feel within ourselves. I mean, these people, these individuals, these others, they're on their own journey, and their stone is tarnished, or it's hidden, or it's forgotten, and that is up to them to find it, to polish it, to know who they are. It's not up to us. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is that in no way can we allow them at the point in their journey when they are diminishing us. They cannot be allowed a place within our concentric circle outside of our stone. And each one of these concentric circles, they grow, right? Okay, so outside of your stone, on the next layer of concentric circle, that's going to be your family, your very close-knit others. You might share a home with them. You are in connection with them every day. You have probably known them for all your life, or if you just met them, you feel like you've known them for many other lives. You just know. You know who I'm talking about in your life. And if you haven't found them yet, you simply need to start asking your guides to reveal them to you. You need to start imagining what it would be like if you were interacting with them on a daily basis, what your life would be like, what you would talk about, the kinds of moments that you would share, because that's going to be inviting the frequency within you that already exists. That's going to be inviting that frequency for them to sync up with you, because they already exist too. They're out there. You are not an alone, an isolated individual. You are not meant for that kind of existence. We are all meant to interconnect together. And that might be the sacred spot you're in on your journey. So savor that and know how sacred that is. That mission is important in the entire scheme of things. Okay? So outside that concentric circle, the next concentric circle outside of that one is going to be, extended people, your close friends, people you might not see all the time, people that you might not have a daily connection with, but it's almost like those people that no matter how much time goes by that you don't see them or speak with them, you know that they're always there with you. You know who I'm talking about. And even if you don't have these people in your lives, you already know in your orb of knowing who it is of which I speak. These people that are always with you, even when they're not physically with you. Okay? That's your next layer of these concentric circles. So do you see where I'm getting at? Outside of that one, it's going to be people within the community. People that might share a vision, people that share a purpose, or even not just a town, something that they share with you. That in and of itself is sacred, but it's going to be one more layer removed from the last. Do you see? And you might not even know those people, but you are connected innately nonetheless. And they are there for you, and you are there for them. You both are aware of each other's existence within your heart space. Okay? Sorry, that's my cat. He keeps he keeps nudging at me. He knows that I'm talking about something of connectivity, because that's always when he wants to interact. So envision these concentric circles and envision the resonancy of your stone in the center. The only purpose each and every one of us has is to radiate good, well-being, and positivity out from the center. That doesn't mean we always feel positive. Absolutely not. However, we are intended to radiate outwards to others a connective force of inspiration that is connected to the divine, to the creative spirit, to the collective consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. We are meant to be an expression of that in our own unique way, and we are supposed to do our utmost in every single moment of every single day of being aware of what that expression is and radiating it outward to the world. And that is going to radiate through each one of those layers of the concentric circles that you place around you. Now bear in mind, if you have someone that is always putting you down, that is always diminishing you, that is not stimulating you, that is not providing a positive radiating energy from their stone of self in your concentric circle of wherever you have allowed them a placement in, this is going to screw you up. It's going to screw up your energy. It's going to screw up the ripples. The ripple effect, it's almost like the stones, the energetic quality has to move through the stones with synergy, okay? And if you have one that will only block that movement, it's going to disrupt that flow of energy to all of the later layers. Does that make sense? It's going to block that flow of energy. And if you have one of these people within one of your concentric circles, especially one of the ones closest to you, say a mother, a father, your spouse, whoever it is, that's up to you to determine who gets placement where within your circles, within your sphere of influence, right? We've all heard the notion that those who are not providing us with the support, the reciprocation of loving energy and synergistic quality that we are emitting to the world, they no longer have a placement. They are no longer allowed a placement We must be very discerning at this point in our ascension process, folks. We have to be, because everyone else's ascension process depends upon it. Okay? We cannot allow these blockages simply because these people are on a different, they're at a different stage in the path of their own ascension. Okay? We must allow them their opportunity of their own journey. And if we have to not dismiss them, we have to simply allow them to walk in the way that they are meant to walk. But it does not mean that we are allowing them a space within our concentric circles. Does that make sense? We do not waste any of our energy on them anymore. We let them go with love. It's essential, or else all of those who are in your life, who can come into your life, if you are emitting the right frequency and allowing it to transfer freely, to smoothly and lovingly ripple from your stone of self out into the concentric circles of your sphere of influence, if you don't let those others lovingly go, it will affect all others who you can have a profound impact on, and them on you. This is a cumulative process, folks. It requires discernment. It requires love, both with those that you allow within and those that you do not allow in. It allows the loving process of letting go. Okay? So, I hope that this is, what I intend with this is an exercise. I need for you to know what your stone, what your self stone looks like. I need you to imagine it. I need you to see it in your orb of knowing, and I need you to see yourself radiating the energetic love out from your heart center, from that stone to the concentric circles. I need you to even list out. This is a practice of ascension that I implore you to practice. I implore you to experience and to look into within yourself and find who is in your concentric circle at this moment. Are they radiating love? Are they providing you with the support, the synchronistic stimulation and support and love? Or are they being a blockage in your ripple of your sphere of influence? Write down everyone in your concentric circles. It doesn't matter which layer. And those who you long for them to be there, whether you know them or not, start seeing them. Start seeing the experiences that you have together. Start imagining it during your deep meditations. Start seeing exactly what it is that you are drawing to your world. And watch them appear. I hope to hear more about your experiences with this practice. I hope you'll contact me. I hope you'll comment and let me know exactly what it meant to you and what it continues to present itself in your world. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Jenna Pinkstone signing off.